Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a few charts, and there's going to be some long opportunities and some short opportunities, and I believe these are coming up real soon, especially with this Fed meeting coming up soon. So later in January, we're going to have a lot of volume changes within these charts as well. But we're going to start off with Bitcoin, and then we're going to be looking at some stocks, including Apple, the S&P, and QQQ. The S&P and QQQ last videos, those are still valid, but I'm going to cover them once again. But regardless, in Bitcoin, I'm keeping this super simple, right? We are still within a downtrend, right? Technically, we haven't broken any larger picture downtrends. We haven't even broken below the swing low right here, where we went slightly into deep value at the time, but it's looking real good. Here's why, right? So on the way up, at least as of right now, on this 1 day candles, if I show you guys right now, so the whole purpose of this going up, right, gives us an opportunity to measure any short-term valuations on these investor sentiment. We kept getting rejected in retracement, which is fine, but then we broke out of it, opening up the path to at least consider a higher low potential forming to us go up into this more significant retracement from the swing high up here down to the bottom, just factoring in these moves from the past couple months. If this continues to hold, we can finally trade up within this area, mix with the 120 moving average, close that gap, and then move lower. So since the downtrend is still going down, and I'll have some updated supports as well, but as of right now, the idea is that I'm primarily, and this is going to also influence something on Mara, I'm going to show you guys, but and it's going to open a really big shorting opportunity. But if we can continue to see Bitcoin hold this higher low, try to stretch up higher, closing some value gaps, because there's quite a few, especially on the 1 hour, even on the 4 hour, but we have quite a few that haven't filled, overlapping nicely between 96.6K and 108.9K. That's primarily what I'm looking for. And then from here, any short-term longs should be closed out, at least in my opinion, reducing that long exposure, because we're still within this downtrend, no confirmation of it breaking, or we haven't even seen that. So as of right now, just again, primarily focused on retracement filling, or at least breaking into it before we can come down even lower, or at least that's going to open up a nice short opportunity. And then we can use retracements as, and I'll update you guys about that in a moment, retracements as SLs. But then when it comes to Mara stock, if it influences, and it's about the same thing too. This has been updated a while back, hasn't changed since we broke down into this area. I want to see a retracement happen, closing the gap from the 120 moving average, allowing the price to kind of balance out this big wave down, which has kind of been trending down a little bit. I'm still looking for, and I've said this before, like somewhere between like $3 to $5 lowest point potential within a bear market. That could be starting soon if it hasn't already. But the idea here is that Mara stock, a potential move higher, and then I'm looking at roughly 1 to 2 month out puts, and I'll update you guys if we have the opportunity. I'll give you guys an update on what that actually looks like. But as of right now, in order for that to happen and for me to actually break that down a bit more, I want to see the price go up to around 16. It can range from 14 to 18, but I expect the top to form here. That's just what I'm primarily looking at, right? So just please remember as well, everything I say in this video is just my own personal opinion. Please do your own research and due diligence, because these trades might not work out. That's why I'm being very patient with them, allowing them to present themselves before I even take them. So as of right now, I'm still waiting to see if Mara can go up, close the 120 moving average gap, actually hit the yellow retracement between $14 and $18. From there, shorts are, in my opinion, what I'm going to be really focused on. They're just more attractive at the moment. And then also, I mean, just to kind of give you guys a simple breakdown as well on that valuation, Mara stock is not like Bitcoin. This one, there's a lot of shares being issued, a lot of shares being created, just liquidating, or not liquidating, but watering down what's already available, which is fine because they're trying to stay in business, and this funds a lot of their operations. But as you can see, it's quite opposite to Bitcoin. And then right now, due to everything I just said, basically, we have another lower high forming, and that could have been the potential. The probability of so far us seeing the high on this stock during this bull cycle for Bitcoin is very, very likely. There's a good chance that we topped already. So any further pump higher, because the uptrend was invalidated. I put a lot of videos out of a lot about this, where if we break below this line right here that I have, which is at basically 1350. When we break down at that point, I'm looking for us to eventually hit $5. So any pump higher into retracements is just a bullish recovery, extending this downtrend or allowing it to extend lower. So that's right now what I'm paying attention to. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the S&P. We'll do QQQ and finish off with Apple, and then Apple and Microsoft. I'm not gonna cover Microsoft even though I want to, because they're both very, very similar when it comes to the setup. But right now, when it comes to the S&P, I've talked about this before, and then same thing with the Qs. It's all the same setup as well, but they're very significant. I think we still have more upside, right? So we've been uptrending, we've been flirting with these resistance support levels. We've been discounted for a while, not wanting to max out the RSI. I gave you guys ahead of time this area I was paying attention to for a higher low. We broke the swing high right here, just alone, and I gave you guys. I showed this. It's on a previous video how I got it, but it's also overlapping the extension very nicely with the ascending resistance. There's no reason, I believe we can see a lot of hyped, a lot of more inflows before the FOMC happens, and then it can be another sell the news event. We've seen these sell the news events so often within like the last 2 years. This could just be a setup for it. So in my opinion, what I'm looking for is allowing this to continue higher. At that point, if we can get around 7,300, that would be a good idea to really like look at aggressively reducing longs and potentially start looking at shorts. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. But as of right now, I'm just want to see this gap close. I believe the S&P has more room to go, and we'll soon enough break over 7 and probably go like a couple hundred above it. But there it is. It's between 7,100 and $7,340. That's the range I'm looking for. We're gonna see some fluctuations, even a potential retest of short-term retracement so far filled nicely. The next one, follow it higher. We continue to follow it higher. At any point it falls down, it would just be short-term noise, but overall trend higher into this area. And then as you can see on this, on the QQQ, it's about the same. I don't have this one updated just yet because I want to see the swing highs being broken. We haven't broken the swing high, so I'm not going to give an extension yet. But I do believe that this has upside room, right? It's trading quite strong. I mean, we haven't really seen these micro supports being broken. We just see these higher lows being formed. But the reason this can potentially go higher as well is because just like and I could probably just show you guys the chart real quick. Just like in Microsoft, right? Just like in Microsoft right now, quite discounted. We can easily see this fill. We had this value gap down here has not really filled just yet, and there's a good chance it might not. But if we can see, it's a good time to potentially start DCAing lightly into a swing trade, and just in my opinion, because we're within a higher low potential zone. This does not have to fill, but it is telling us that, hey, a higher low can form at any point within this zone. So $425 and $481 looks attractive. But if we can give it some more time and just focus on other stuff, maybe we can have our opportunity to capture this around 450. But it's looking quite good, although if we can reach that 0.5, even more attractive. But a recovery from here is high probability. The downside is much less probable. I'm not really going to be trading MSFT right now. There's just not I want to see it go down lower to really be more confident hitting the 0.5 around 450. So I'm just going to let that stock do its thing. Apple though, Apple is showing signs that it can potentially go up higher sooner. The RSI already maxed out very quickly to the downside, so there is downside momentum. So what I'm looking for right now, in order to be more confident and careful risk management, is so besides this uptrend, as you can see, we're trading around ascending resistance without coming down. It doesn't always have to come down. So the way I'm approaching this, to be more realistic with it, is I want to see, and I'm not trying to capture the perfect bottom, Because in order for this to fill, and this is primarily what I want to see, is I am primarily just going to focus on not even Elliott wave structures, but retracements. So if I can see the price come up here and the RSI crosses the median measurement and starts showing signs of overvalued as we're trading within the zone, we can just continue to respect the ascending resistance. It'll be an additional test of it, and it'll be a little bit of a bigger picture head and shoulders, allowing right here, allowing the price just to come down lower, although this one can be extended this way before it goes down lower. So Apple looks good, and I believe it can make a new all-time high very, very easily at this point. I mean, but we have some value gaps that just need to form or need to fill, and that can easily overlap with the retracement like I showed you guys, and we can see more downside. But as of right now, if we can, or at least I am going to be very, very closely paying attention to Apple stock, because if we can see this zone right here fill, this will be very, very good. It will allow the RSI to max itself out more, actually exhaust the downtrend of just short-term sell-offs. So it'll look something like this, where we can actually retest. See, it comes down, it retests, tries to retest it, even did it here too, right? So at any point we can see a rally, but this rally can be very short-lived. I would rather see resistance hold, and then, or at least the retracement hold, allowing this uptrend to break. Because the moment we break over this resistance, high chance, because it's going to be over the retracement, high chance we break all-time high, and we can pump higher. But I'm not hoping on that. I'm not really paying attention too much. I'm not going to force this trade. I am only really interested in this and accumulating aggressively if we could come down between $215 and $247, $229 being that median area. But this is what I'm looking for. The moment we break into this red zone, it may be a good idea, at least in my opinion, and I'll be doing so, accumulating Apple stock. Looks super attractive. 200, you can even say 250, but 247 and lower accumulation opportunity for another higher low to form and push up higher, right? This Fed meeting could easily allow that to happen. As you can see, all-time highs can be created without maxing out the ascending support. So this falls in very fairly with the valuation that I'm trying to express. It will allow the price to break below the 120-day moving average. It will allow us to accumulate within red, which is below the 120 moving average, getting closer to the ascending support. At that point, yeah, it looks really, really good. Accumulating below that 120 moving average on the daily candles. So yeah, there's a lot of other good opportunities. I want to make some more updates on some other stuff and more detailed updates. But I guess what I'm really paying attention to right now is there's a lot of short-term noise, and there can be a lot of FOMO forming soon. So any appreciation in a lot of these assets just open up an opportunity to open up shorts. So bigger picture downtrend on Bitcoin is still happening. Shorts look good. I also made a video where a 5-wave move down would be more ideal. So we can see that happen. Final wave around 103,000, but it can go up to, again, it can go all the way up to 109,000. But I'm looking for weakness within this area, allowing the price to reach it. I mean, the lower we go now, the sooner we can actually look at attractive longs, because then if we break below this and we make a new low from down here, 80.5K, then at that point, we can actually see that 5th wave on Bitcoin finish. But I'm not going to focus too much on that. I'm looking for these to fill, at least as of right now. But I'll keep you guys updated on that Discord as well. Same thing, Mara stock, nice shorting out. Same thing with MSTR. It's gonna be the similar setup. But I'm looking for shorts within this area, hitting that 120 moving average around $16, and I'll DCA multiple strikes with 1 to 2 month out expirations. This is going to be a really, really good moneymaker in my opinion, especially Mars stock. This is probably the easiest trade. Around that zone, super high probability puts will be in the green by quite a bit. Opening them up around those strikes around 16. QQQ, this one is more of a This one's more of a new all-time high happening soon. This one's not too much of a short, just like the S&P. So QQQ and S&P look super attractive. I believe any weakness within these two indexes is just attractive buying. Just DCA into those weaknesses. That's what I plan on doing. If we don't reach this sooner than expected. But S&P, yeah, this is the zone I'm looking for. S&P TP will be again 7.1 through 7.3k. That's what I'm looking for. And then Apple stock. Oh, this is crude oil. Yeah, Apple stock. Yeah, I want to cover Tesla soon as well, but Apple stock looks good for DCAing a swing, but I'm very much more focused on this to pump, hold, short-term retracements, allowing the price then to fill in value gaps, get rejected. Again, we're in premium, getting rejected, coming down into discount, and a much more attractive buying opportunity down here. So I'm being very patient with this one, but I'll keep you guys updated. There's gonna be a lot more detailed updates coming up, but that's what I'm focused on right now. There's gonna be a lot of really good 0DT day trades coming up soon. So in the short term, as tight SLs and just going with some longs, for example, like trading the Qs right now, higher probability that the majority of those trades will work out. I wouldn't be surprised if real soon we see a new all-time high on QQQ. So that's really what I'm paying attention to right now. It's gonna be a lot of really nice long, real short-term trade opportunities on this, and then of course the S&P as well. So both of these, any short-term weakness looks really attractive. So yeah, let's see how this unfolds throughout this week. I'll keep you guys updated. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.